Hello everyone, my name is Shelby. Welcome back to my channel, Grace with Books. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about some of my favorite naked covers. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I get or receive a new hardcover book, the first thing I do is take off that cover to see if there's anything hidden underneath. I love when publishers and manufacturers kind of leave that little secret message or image on the book because it just feels like something really special for only those who know to look at it. And embossing on the cover of books has become really popular of late. A lot of special edition book boxes often have embossing on their books just as kind of like further incentive for people to buy the boxes. And I am totally I am so here for it. I think it is so cool when they decide to do this and kind of immerse you further into this story and this world that you absolutely adore. So today I have a few books, some of my favorite embossed books, and I'm super excited to share them with you guys. Some of them are from Fairy Loot and some of them I bought at Barnes & Noble. So yeah, I'm gonna share my favorite ones with you now. So the first embossed book that I wanna share with you is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. This is the Fairy Loot edition. I actually don't remember if the normally published one has inside the cover art. I would definitely check on that. If you do have it, let me know down below. But I am absolutely in love with this fairy tale version. 6 Crimson Cranes follows Shiori, who is a princess in a land where magic is kind of forbidden, but she starts showing magical tendencies. And while she is having one of those explosions of magic from herself, she actually discovers that her stepmother is a demon. And when she goes to confront her stepmother, the stepmother banishes her and takes away her voice and turns her brothers into cranes. So now Shiori must go on this epic journey to, lift the curse off her brother and expose her stepmother. This embossed cover is absolutely stunning. If I find the artist, I will leave them down below. But you have Shiori standing in the middle of this kind of picture frame with the 6 cranes surrounding her, and it's really beautiful, the use of lines and kind of color in this. There's just so much detail all around her outfit that you can tell someone put in a lot of care into this imagery. The spine also is really beautiful. It kind of looks like constellations to me. There are stars, there are cranes, and it all just looks absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite little things on this naked book is the side art. So we have the sprayed edges to look like cranes, and you have the 6 cranes representing her brothers, but also you have this little paper crane at the bottom, and the paper crane is actually a nod to one of the magical enchantments that Shiori does in the book, and it was really nice to see that little detail added. So you can tell whoever designed this put so much love and care into it, and it is truly one of my favorites to look at. I can't get enough of it. I don't know, whenever I look at this cover, I feel like I've noticed something new. So I just love this cover so much. The next embossed cover I want to show you guys is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is kind of a sequel series to her Caraval series, which is one of my favorites. We get to follow one of the characters who is Jack. He is this kind of fate divine type figure, and it follows his relationship with this girl named Evangeline who seems to be entwined in this prophecy. The really cool thing about this embossed cover is that it doesn't actually say the title on the cover of the book. It doesn't even have imagery like 6 Crimson Cranes. You have what looks to be a cover for another book that reads Recipes of the Ancient North, translated for the first time in 500 years. This is a nod to one of the books that plays a really big part within the Once Upon a Broken Heart story. And I think it's so cool how they kind of had this hidden book underneath the cover of the actual book. It's really fun. I think the detailing around it is so pretty, and you still have the actual name of the book on the spine. And also, I just really love the color of this book. This dusty rose pink is definitely vibing with me. I think it's so beautiful, and I just love the little nod to the story that you may not get until after you read it. So this was definitely a really fun one to unpackage and see. And this is not a Fairy Loot or a Book Owl, like this isn't a special edition book. This was just the one that I got at Barnes & Noble, so highly recommend. The next embossed cover I have is for The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. If you have been on my channel in the past few months, you have probably heard me recommend The Prison Healer a bunch of times. It came out in 2021, and I thought it was such a different kind of fantasy book, unlike anything I had seen. I felt like fantasy was getting a little predictable with its themes and its plots, but this one was just so different. It actually takes place in a prison, and we follow the prison healer who has been convicted wrongly, and she has to help this rebel queen escape the prison. It is so full of action and magic, and this cover is stunning. It depicts two of the main characters in this book. I don't want to give too much away, but it's just so detailed. You have the scar that the prison gave her when she first was admitted on her hand. The pink is just so beautiful, and the vines, and it kind of looks like they're like in a broken prison cell. Like, it is absolutely stunning. I think it is so cool, and just once again, the art is so beautiful, and I always love seeing art of like couples in books, so having this right on the cover is super cool. The next hardcover I'm going to share with you actually doesn't have anything on the front. It has stuff on the spine, and this is Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. I think this spine is so cool. It has bees all around it, and it's not embossed, or at least I don't think it is. I think it's stamped on there, but bees actually play a pretty big part in the Small Favors storyline. In this book, we follow this small town where these like really creepy things are happening, and there's a newcomer who seems to be attracting the attention of the town, and this young girl must figure out a way to save the villagers and the village that's very cut off from the rest of the world. Erin A. Craig is amazing at writing suspense and thriller with fantasy elements added in, and if you haven't read Small Favors, I highly recommend it. It is so creepy and cool. I loved it, and I just loved this little nod to one of the most important aspects of the book on the cover, and I think it looks really beautiful. Also, I forgot to mention, this is not a special edition. Once again, this is just the copy that I got in Barnes & Noble. Finally, the last book I'm going to share with you guys is also a Fairy Loot edition, and it is the only one that I have not read yet in this pile, and that is Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. I am so looking forward to reading this book, especially after seeing this really cool embossed art. On it we have two warriors, one wielding a bow and arrow, one wielding a sword, and we kind of know from the description that this book follows two warriors, or two people kind of lost who find each other and are essentially using each other to get what they want. You have a prince who was stolen away from his throne, so he's come back to reclaim it, and you have a girl who is starting to manifest magical abilities, and they both see in each other how they can get to their goals. So I'm very excited. I love the color of the book, the green with the pink sprayed edges. I don't know, I'm really into it. And we have a sword on the side, and I'm just loving this line work with the illustration on the cover. I think it's so cool, and this is definitely one I'm really excited to read, hopefully in February, but we'll see. I know I said that that was the last one, but I actually have two special mentions. The first special mention is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. It doesn't have any embossing on the cover, but when you lift the first page on the inside, like attached to the book, there is beautiful artwork of the characters. Not a lot of books have this kind of inside the cover art, and I really love that this has just some like bookmark illustrations of all the characters. It just helps them come to life, and it's something really special that you get to see as soon as you open the book. The second special mention is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff, and it also has that beautiful inside the cover art. This is also one I have not read yet, and just by looking at these illustrations, I am so excited. I mean, look at these. They're absolutely stunning, and I'm just so excited to get into this book. And those are my favorite naked covers. I absolutely love like finding books with these kind of special features on them. If you go to your bookshelf, look inside some of your hardcovers and let me know if you find any embossing on them. I think it's just really fun thing to do, and it's so special that the publishers and manufacturers think of that to do for us. If you guys liked this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell to get updates on when I post. I post every single week. Have a very happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!